Hello everybody, here is DNA Games and welcome to another video from the life and suffering of Sir Brante. Last time we had a couple of encounters and most of them revolved around death. Even though we were unable to be good enough for our grandfather, we allowed him the death that he wished for, and also we tried to aid a childhood friend that turned out to be a witch. Now let's see what happens next. Okay. Year 1133, summer. The blood-stained sermon. You are about to turn 15, just one step away from adulthood. Mother is acting anxious at the dinner today, barely touching her food. You exchange glances with Gloria. She carefully tells you that she wants to go to the tailor. Mother shudders and her hands clench in fists. No, don't dare leave the home today. I forbid it. The dirty heretic Faltis is preaching his lies under the silver tree today. Twins willing, I don't want you to hear any of that. You and Gloria glance at each other again. Faltis? He's a patriarch, the head of the clergy throughout the entire province. That is the first time you hear Mother speak like this about a priest, especially such a high-ranking one. Once you leave the dinner table, Gloria comes to your room with a cunning expression on her face, like she's about to play a trick on someone. She has a plan. The two of you should sneak out of the house to go to the silver tree. You simply must hear the sermon for yourself. What's so bad about Patriarch Faltis? Why does Mother hate him so much? You two are grown-ups now. Surely you have the right to know. You agree with your sister. Together, you sneak out under your mother's watchful eye and hurry to the silver tree. The temple block is full of people from all ranks and estates. There is barely enough room for you to squeeze through the crowd. The crowd has gathered around the very root of the tree. Gloria suggests that you climb up the root of a nearby building so you can hear and see everything better, and not a moment too soon. From the roof you see a tall silver-haired priest step on a platform by the tree, dressed in the common black robe that looks far beneath his rank. Yet he stands like a noble before the crowd. Behind his back is a banner flapping in the wind, the open book. This is a symbol of the new faith, the crowd whispers. The patriarch holds his hands to the sky and the entire temple block grows quiet. He begins his sermon, his vibrant voice rolling across the square. Faltis speaks of a great mistake. We entrusted ourselves to the lots as the only way to fulfill the divine providence in this world, but for all these years the will of the twins has been interpreted for us by a single man, Prophet Isaacus. The twins are ever watching from atop the silver pillar. Of this we have no doubt. But how can we so blindly believe that we truly follow their will by following the lots? Have we not seen the 3 lots of Isaacus fail again and again to answer the question of how we ought to live our lives? Have we not seen people change their lots in life again and again without being smitten by divine wrath. Every person born, whatever human or Arcanian, lowborn or noble, must find their lot and their way to the gods on their own. From now on, we will seek the gods in the account of their own lives, their own acts in the world, and their own words as they echo within us. As we heed the voice of the twins within, will reach their path for us on our own. The crowd at the silver tree listens to the patriarch's speech in stunned silence. You glance at your sister, her eyes glisten with tears as she hears Fotis' words. Then suddenly a hoarse cry rises from the crowd. If there are no lots, does that mean the noble are gonna till the fields and the commoners are gonna bear arms? The crowd begins to murmur. The patriarch raises an arm and inhales, ready to answer. An old figure leaps from the crowd onto the platform, a dirty beggar dressed in rags. A knife flashes in his hand. A blade slices. Blood starts sprouting from Fotis' throat. He stumbles over and collapses. A dark brown puddle spreads across the platform where he had stood. Gloria clutches her mouth to suppress a shriek. A few moments of stunned silence, and then the screaming begins. The people are frenetic. The temple guards try to restore order in the crowd, but to no avail. An old woman dressed in Inquisitor cassock tries in vain to apply pressure to the patriarch's wound. The noble draw their swords. Dogs are barking. The crowd is pushing and shoving. Children are crying. The entire square by the tree is in chaos. From the roof you see the moment when people start trampling each other, howling, praying, shouting. Gloria tugs on your sleeves. Time to go. You climb down from the roof and run. You return home without exchanging a word. Mother has been in her room all the while, so no one noticed your absence. Gloria locks herself in her room. You do not discuss the things you have just seen. They are too frightening, but your parents discuss every little detail of the blood-stained sermon over dinner. This is unbelievable. A patriarch murdered in plain sight. The gendarmes and the Archduke's guards have searched every corner of the slums, and the murderous beggar has disappeared without a trace. I can't even imagine a more gruesome crime. Fotis has died a true death, never to return from the hereafter. But how? Why can't the patriarch be reborn? He is so close to the twins. Such is the way of the world, my child. Once you are granted great power by the twins' will, there's no hope for you to come back. Not even after the first of your deaths. Emperors, their powerful vassal, heads of the Arcanian dynasty, patriarch of the church, none of them are destined to be reborn. Fotis is gone forever. I fear for his soul. It was lost in doubt. Will the twins accept him upon the peak of the pillar? We must pray for the patriarch's children. Let us hope he managed to return to the true old faith before the moment of his passing. But there is little hope for that. So, Church +1, so the old faith is, I think, still there at -3, and the order is in discontent. It was at peace, if I recall. The last night. Tomorrow you turn 16. According to imperial law, you will be a full adult. Your time at Sir Tibor's school has ended. You have studied enough to apply for the Imperial College and learn the judge's trade here. You are to travel to Eterna tomorrow. Your friend Thomas will go there with you to try his luck in the Imperial capital. Mother and father prepare you for the long journey. Remember, son, there is only one goal for you. You must become a student at the Imperial College. Your teachers dragged you through all the books for a reason. You have the knowledge and fervor to be ennobled by the mantle, as I was, and as my late father was before me. And who knows, maybe one day you will be the one who writes the name Brante in the blue book and ensure that your children's children will become noble by birth. Then mother speaks to you carefully. There is worry in her eyes. But Robert, there may be another path for our son. Stephen, your firstborn, was born a noble. He will surely earn the title for the entire Brante family. Your second son bears the favor of the twins. For him, the path of the priest is worthy calling, none less than a noble sword. They have been arguing about your future for a while now. Still, she would never defy the will of the nobleman and her husband. You smile at both, trying to placate them. Gloria laughs quietly behind their backs. Just don't become a snot like Stefan and you'll do just fine. Mother chides Gloria for that. You wink at your sister. Nathan has been downcast all evening. He barely touched his dinner. When everyone gets up from the table, he suddenly rushes over to embrace you. Please don't go, DNA. Can't you stay? I don't know what I'm going to do without you. Oh, how cute. You tousle his hair in response. There is no way you can stay now, you say. But when you come home, and you will come home, you will tell him all your stories and bring him a special present from Eterna. This is all your lesson. This is it. All your lessons have been learned. All your things have been packed for the road. You will leave the family home tomorrow. Tonight is your last night at home before your departure. You walk through the rooms one last time. The sitting room where mother used to read you fairy tales. The library where Gloria used to spend all her time. Father's study, which you enter only on special occasion. The backyard where you taught Nathan to build towers on one summer. The whole place feels familiar, so dear to you. It's like home. You lived here for 16 years. Will you ever return? It's getting late. Everyone is already in their rooms, but you hesitate. Father, Mother, Gloria, Nathan. It will be a long time before you see them again. Who will you spend your last few hours at home with? You spend your time with Father. You decide to peek into Father's study. We can't because Father is not at +4. You spend your time with Mother. You go to Mother's chamber and knock at the door. We can do that. Spend time with Gloria. We can do that. You think your sister is still awake? You spend time with Nathan. Surely your brother is awake at this hour. So, I would do this, but we already have willpower 30, so I'll rather raise my spirituality, as we are not yet at 10, but with this we shall. Sorry, brother. You open the door to Mother's room. She is kneeling in prayer. Her back is to the door when her whispers fill the room. She turns around and smiles gently when she hears your footsteps. You want to spend the night with her before you leave. Your mother reaches out to you. Come with me, DNA. There is no need for anyone else to hear us. You walk silently downstairs, enter the empty sitting room, and light the candles. You are so close to the gods, my son. I knew it as soon as you were born. I saw them watching over you closely. Let us pray together, my son. May the twins know your honor, their every touch. You stand by Mother's side as she whispers prayer after prayer. First, she offers gratitude for the life and lot you have been granted. Then a plea to show you your path through the world, for it has no mercy. Next, a promise to heed and obey their will, their every call. There is such a fervor in her prayers, such a piety. You know for certain as you pray with her that the gods will provide for you. They will ensure that your path is true, for there is no other way. The sun is about to rise. You should rest before the long trip, but you are not tired at all. On the contrary, you feel lucid and clear-headed. Mother embraces you once the prayers are done. My son, life is hard, but it is just a morsel for those who follow their lot. Remember, be humble in your words and work hard. But before you go, Mother removes a pendant with the twins' cross and puts it around your neck. You return to your room and get into bed. You can see the shining pillar from the window, glowing gently against the twilight morning sky. All your worries about the long journey are no more. You feel calm and serene. Departure from home. You leave the family home for a long time. Your future awaits you in Eterna, the capital of the empire. The end of adolescence. Last night was your final night at home. The carriage is now waiting at the gate, ready to take you to the capital. The clip-clopping of idle hooves against the cobblestone count the seconds before your departure. You take one more look at your parents' house and recall your childhood spent there. Its nearby yards, at your school, and on the winding streets of Anisot. You clashed with the greater world around you and survived. You felt the tingle of emotion for your first time. You were taught by the school and the streets. You explored the city of your birth and learned something of its past. You witnessed firsthand the events that will be remembered by history for all time. All of this is yours now, forever. You saw death, lesser death followed by rebirth, and through that takes the never giving back. You saw death lying in wait to strike at the unaware, like a beast stalking its prey. You saw grandfather's angry grins, like lit by the flickering fire of the lamp, the Archduke's cavalry trampling those who stood in their way, and your older brother blooded sword slicing through the air. Death has followed you from a very young age. And yet you live on. You have a friend who has been by your side all these years. Thomas taught you many things. How to take a hit, how to keep your word, and how to remain true to your own self. And now Thomas is walking to the same carriage as you are with a heavy bag slung over his shoulder. Your friend will remain your companion for the time being. Ahead of you is a long trip towards the capital and adulthood. For the first time, you will be away from the family and home. What awaits you in the future? So we have nobility and ingenuity 3, blessed by the gods 10, willpower 30, and we died twice. So next time we'll continue with adulthood, but I guess this will be all for today. Next time we'll try to see what adulthood brings for DNA brand, but this will be all for today. I have been DNA Games. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment and I'll see you on the next one, but until then, have some great days. Bye.